Good evening, viewers. Welcome to Legal Hour program where we discuss legal matters. Tonight is another opportunity for us to educate ourselves in relation to legal issues in the UK and what will benefit people outside the UK. My name is MC Chaka. Tonight I'll be here with my usual guest, Lawyer Thomas Bebenyo from CITI Law Solicitors. CITI Law Solicitors are our backbone for this program. They've been sponsoring us from day one. And of course, tonight they are sponsoring this program. Lawyer is getting ready. So when he's ready, he'll come and join me. And then, of course, I've got a lot of questions for him. So please, we'll be sharing the links to people. Once you get the link, make sure that you share with your friends, with your family, with everyone to benefit from what we're going to discuss tonight. Tonight, we're going to talk about employer visa sponsorship license application. We know the hardship, we know what the Brexit has brought to UK. A lot of people are struggling to regularize their stay. So on this note, we have taken it upon ourselves to make sure that we educate and explore areas that people can benefit in the UK and of course get their permit or regularize their stay. And one option is for employers to obtain a license to be able to recruit or employ people and for them to be granted leave to remain or visa to work. So tonight, this is what we'll be talking about. Make sure you share once you receive the link. And this program is powered on our Facebook channel, on YouTube channel, and of course, our radio, CITI Media Radio, which can be accessed through Modern Ghana, their broad section, CITI Media Radio. I've already shared the link to some of my contacts. So if you've received it and for some reasons you can't join us on Facebook, then you're free to listen to the program online on the radio channel. Thank you very much. Lawyer is getting ready. So we'll be back very soon and we're going to share the link. So please stay tuned. MC Chaka and Lawyer will be back. Thank you very much. Welcome back, viewers. I've got lawyer in the studio. Obviously, we're going to discuss the topic that is visa application license, sponsorship license. Lawyer Thomas Bebenyo from CITI Law Solicitors. Welcome to the program, lawyer.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Very well, very well.
Thank you. I watched the Tree version on Tuesday, and that was really good. You're doing very well. I mean, I'm impressed with your tree at the moment. But it seems the English is still, coming.
I'm reducing very soon to 0%. Very soon to 0%.
Of course.
Soon.
I mean, you're doing your best, and I must commend you for that.
Thank
you.
You.
So tonight we're here, and our viewers are ready. Listeners as well, listening to us on the City Media Radio, they are ready for you to educate us on this very broad topic, employer visa sponsorship license application.
Yes,
that is a very interesting topic because the Brexit has caused a lot of issues. I mean, with people losing their jobs, not having the right documents to work. So when I saw the topic, I was really impressed, and I said, wow, this will go a very long way to help a lot of people. So well done for bringing this on board. Anyway, so when we talk about visa or visa sponsorship license, what is it? What is actually visa sponsorship license?
Yes. It's a license. But before I do that, when I was doing Intra, this was you working, I set the background to this whole licensing system that is in place. Remember that December 2020, we left the European Union, and therefore the free movement of European nationals and their family members is now restricted, which means that they can't just come in just like any other what they used to do before. So now they all have to go through visa processes, save those who were here before December 2020, who are still able to do their late applications. But quite significantly, the Office of National Statistics have made it very clear within last week that the UK economy by 2023 will be dependent on migration to be able to support the various sectors in the economy. The reason being that the death rate is currently higher than the birth rate, and therefore there is going to be an aging population. And obviously, when there is aging population, we all know that we need people to work to support those who are on pension and the young ones who are being born. And we have experienced this in Germany and some other parts of the world when there is aging population. But furthermore, the same Office of National Statistics also made it clear that within the last quarter alone, there were 1,247,000 vacancies that were not filled at all. Those vacancies were advertised, and they couldn't get people to fill those positions. So it's a dire situation. But the interesting aspect of it is that healthcare and social services or sector alone, there is a shortage of 250,000, which is 250,000.
Okay.
So within 3 months. Therefore, going forward, the shortage is probably going to increase because within the same report, it makes it clear that the aging population are dropping out from the working population because most people are going on early retirement because of all the stuff going on currently. And that is the reason why the healthcare workers have been added to the shortage occupation list. So you see all these things going around, people are asking a lot of questions, and this is for this reason that we are doing this topic anyway.
That's good.
So this is the reason why this license is something that has come to stay. And people need to take it quite seriously, because obviously if we don't position ourselves, if we are running businesses, and I represent some of the care workers, people who have called, are running business in the care sector. I represent some of them in their company affairs and all those stuff. And sometimes they themselves end up doing the work themselves because they don't have the staff there to do that work.
Yeah.
And that's why the government has recognized that they need to recruit people from abroad. And for them to do that, they need to add it to the shortage occupation list. And that's why we have this healthcare workers circulating all around on the social media, and some of them are even scam anyway. So today we are going to learn about the license. What is license? License is just a document that a business needs to apply from the Home Office to enable them to be able to apply or to be able to advertise their vacancies abroad. Globally, they can recruit from abroad. It also enables people who are here who want to switch their visa from, for example, student, which is quite restricted, to be a healthcare worker or a skilled worker. So that license is a document that allows those employers to do it. So some people are working in these healthcare sectors thinking that, I know that a lot of people have now moved there because they think that by working there they will be able to renew or some form of application can miraculously take place. No, those employers need to have a license, and that's what we're going to discuss today.
Oh, okay, thank you very much. I mean, you've given a very broad overview on this license and the changes, statistics and everything. So thank you very much for that. So viewers, if you've just joined us, we discussing visa or employers visa sponsorship application, how they can make their application to Home Office to obtain the license, sponsorship license. And this is what we're discussing tonight. So please make sure you share this because a lot of people will benefit from this. You'll be able to approach employers and they'll be able to tell you whether they have it or not, rather than you not making that approach. So it's very important that you know what it entails. Lawyer, back to my questions. So you've mentioned the license, and of course we know it's very important for them to have it, for employers to have it, before they can obviously employ people, whether in the UK or abroad. But then if they don't have it, what is the eligibility criteria? What criteria that needs to be followed before one can be obviously make application for the sponsorship license?
Yes, the eligibility criteria is very, very, very simple. You know that Home Office, when they need people, they relax their requirements, and then obviously when they don't need those people, then of course they try to make it very strict. So currently the eligibility criteria is quite flexible. First and foremost, people who are managers or directors for those companies. I don't like the word company because it's a bit confusing. Normally, as a lawyer, I would rather prefer to use the word business, which encompasses people who are sole traders.
That's right.
Partnership business, which is a business being run by two or more people, and then a company, which is a business that is registered at the company house. And then we have also these charity organizations as well, churches and all that. They all form part of the businesses that are eligible to apply for license. But a starting point is that obviously a company, for example, is run by a human being, even though they have different legal entities, can be sued and be sued. So whoever is making that application, that company must have a manager, and that person should not have a conviction, which means that if he has a criminal record, then that could affect the application, unless that criminal record is extant under the Rehabilitation Act. Or that person should not have had a license which has been revoked, and we'll find out very soon why some licenses can be revoked.
Okay.
A license which has been revoked within the last 12 months. So if the license has been revoked in the past and it's more than 12 months, then that person can make fresh application.
All right.
So the license should not have been revoked within 12 months. And obviously, it has to be tax compliant, and if they are regulated, they need to have a license to show the kind of business that they are doing. And these are the basic requirements that those people need to have in place to be able to be eligible to apply for the license. It's as simple as that.
Okay then. All right. So employers, now you know the eligibility criteria, what you need to obviously have to make you eligible for obtaining the license. Obviously, lawyer has given more in depth into that. Thank you very much, lawyer. So making this application and for, of course, the license, what are the types of licenses that can be applied for? Do we have different type for different organizations, or obviously, or there's only one license that will be eligible, applicable for everyone?
Yes, we have licenses that can be short-term licenses.
Okay.
Those ones could be people who want to recruit musicians, for example, for about 6 months to come here and do a program. We have all these charity organizations, for example, who want people to come here for about 6 months or less than a year. They can go for short-term license. And then they have those who are, for example, in the care sector, who want a license that they can be able to operate. Normally the license is for maximum of 4 years and it can be renewed. So they have a short-term and a long-term license.
Okay then. So the short term can be up to how many months?
Those who want to just recruit people for just about 6 months or less than 12 months, then of course they don't need a license for that. So
okay.
Yes, and there are those who also want a license to be in place for about 4 years. But again, we'll find out why people may have to apply for a particular license, because there's a cost involved. So when we look at the cost, I'm sure the understanding will be quite clear.
Okay. Yeah. Before we move on, with the short term, let's say I'm a producer.
Yes.
And I bring people from Ghana maybe 2 times, 3 times every year. I've applied for the short term and I've been given maybe 6 months. It has expired. So the next one, I still need to apply.
Yes.
Can you make maybe 1 year application or something like that?
Yes, you can. As I've said, you can have a license in place for 4 years.
Okay.
That means you need to pay for that 4 years.
All right.
And then after 4 years, you'll be able to renew it.
Okay, that's fine.
Yes.
All right. So viewers, I'm here with lawyer Thomas Bebenio from City Law Solicitors, and we're discussing sponsorship licenses. Obviously, how companies can obtain this from the Home Office to be able to recruit or employ people either in the UK or abroad. Lawyer, before we continue, let me acknowledge my viewers. A lot of people have joined the Facebook, and of course, I can see the comments. So let's acknowledge them before we move on. Amma Ampo J says she's watching. Thank you very much, Amma, for watching. Amma is the host for Apomdin Komo at Untume Radio in Ghana, Kumase. Ufosu Hine Pa Jeff, sorry. Ufosu Hine Pa Jeff. Jeff says, let's like and share. Of course. Jeff, thank you very much. Hey, Jeff, congratulations. I know Ata has dropped. Terry has dropped. Congratulations. You're a true man. Thank you. Thank you very much. And I wish your wife and the baby, well, congratulations anyway. Obaya Pokria, good evening to you, our honorable man. God bless you for the good work. Good evening to you, Obaya, Mami you. Thank you very much for joining. Rhoda Amache, Rhoda says she's watching. Desmond Beniana, Desmond says, watching you live from Wellingborough. Thanks, lawyer in Chaka, for the good job. Thank you very much, Des. Thank you. Akuokun Adu Collins. Oh, that's my mate, Pastor Collins. Good evening, watching you live from Ghana. Good work. God bless you. Thank you very much, Pastor Collins. Thank you. Good to have you on board. Ofosu Pajef, officer is more enlightened, more energy, big bro. It's lawyer who is throwing the energy more. Thank you very much anyway. Tanko Abdul Razak, good evening, brother. Good evening, Tanko. Good evening. I've got your question anyway, so definitely I'll pose it to lawyer to throw some light into that. Don't worry, I've got your question. Nana Frima says, we thank God for making it possible for us again. Great job, Lawyer Thomas and Mr. Chaka. Thank you, Nana Frima. Thank you very much. And Tanko says, Boss Chaka, remember my question. Ask Mr. Lawyer for me. Don't worry. Lawyer will definitely answer the question. Okay. I love this program. Thank you very much from Tanko. Rhoda says, God bless you all. Papa Kwadwo Boateng, that is DJ Papa Lupa Indicios Di Papacy. Yes, the man with the big and long title, my finest DJ. Thank you very much, Papa, for being part of it. All right. Priscilla White says, watching live from East London. Thank you very much, Priscilla. Thank you for joining this program. Mame Ajua Jomo is watching. Majua, thank you very much. Thank you. This is very important. And I'm really glad you are all tuning. So please make sure you share this link for others to benefit, because I'm asking quite good questions here. And Lawyer is very capable and well equipped to answer all the questions. Thank you. So Lawyer, we've heard of sponsorship management rules. Sponsorship management rules. When we talk about that, what is it? Sponsorship management rules.
Yeah. So you see, we've for those who have just, when we look at the license itself, we look at this eligibility criteria, and very soon we are going to understand why the eligibility criteria is in place. So the management rules comprises of 3 key rules for this sponsorship license application. So we have an authorizing officer, we have a representative, and then we have level 1 user. So when it comes to the authorizing officer, that is the person that, when the license has been granted to the business, that is the person that will be awarding licenses or will be issuing certificate of sponsorship to those who want to join the business. So if, for example, the company wants to recruit somebody from abroad, then that authorizing officer is the one who is going to authorize the recruitment of that person from abroad. So that is the position, one of the rules of the management system. The second one is the level 1 user, which is the person that will have day-to-day contact of the management of the license, all issues concerning home office. So that person will be the one that will be in charge of all the day-to-day contacts. If home office needs some any information or there is any issue, that person will also have to keep record of when people's visas are meant to expire. And that can be subject to sometimes an HR department if that person, if they don't have a system in place in the business. And the last position, which is the role that I will be assuming if you happen to make that application, which is a legal representative. So you need a legal representative who is authorized. And when we say authorized, in UK, we are looking at either a solicitor or somebody who can practice immigration without restriction, including those who are recruited by the Office of the Immigration Services Commission. So you also need a legal representative, for example, if you want to make that application. So all these 3 key rules form part of the management system.
All right. Thank you. So this management rules, every company or organization that wants to obtain this license need to form it within the company. Is that correct?
Yes. Because when you are making the application, even within the application itself, they will ask you to give a hierarchy of your business, which is some of the things that we'll be looking forward to see, whether there is a system. Because remember, as I don't want to jump some of the questions, because I know that I want us to take viewers through this process very slowly so that people can assimilate what we are discussing. In order not to confuse them, make it quite complicated. But the point is that these key rules are quite essential in the sense that the authorizing officer has a responsibility to issue licenses to sponsorship license or certificates, I should say, because the license is for the business. And when you have obtained the license, then you can then issue sponsorship certificate to the person who is coming to join the business.
All right.
So that authorizing officer will be in charge of doing that. The level 1 user, which is the contact person, will be the one that if Home Office need any information or they want to take any action with the license, they will be the one to contact. And that person will be responsible of keeping record of the visa and all those issues that matters to the person's right to work in the UK.
Okay.
And also that same person has a duty also to inform Home Office if the other person, that whoever came to work for the business has suddenly drift out of the system or has gone somewhere, so that's why I was discussing with about these student visitors who come in and don't show up. Obviously, they have a duty to report them to Home Office because of the fact that they have come on the license of that school.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
So,
we spoke about that last time.
So that contact person has that particular duty.
Okay.
And
so
the legal representative will be the one to deal with making the application and all those stuff, making sure that those things are put in place. And that is where I come in.
That is where City Law Solicitors comes in, obviously, to help you and make sure that your legal areas are well addressed. Anyway, so this is not a matter of one man's business, where obviously the director can be everyone in the 3 areas that you've just identified.
Yes, the director can do it, but obviously, when you are making these applications, Home Office want to be sure that it's a genuine business, and therefore your presentation, because you remember you are making an application, and obviously when you are making an application, you need to be able to convince the caseworker that I'm making this application because I have this genuine business.
Okay.
And I genuinely need these licenses in order to be able to function as a business. And therefore, it is something that obviously people will need advice on how to present all these things.
All right.
Yes.
Because I've got a friend who's got electrical and plumbing business, and he's looking into this. He wants to make application because he's registered his company. So I think this will be very beneficial for him, obviously, to know that all this needs to be, all these requirements needs to be met before.
It is possible. Maybe when we do the sponsorship license, we'll also look at the skilled worker because
that's right.
Obviously, when the employer has the license, then they are also going to recruit what they call skilled workers. And we have those on the shortage occupation list, and we have those who are workers who can earn a certain amount of money, and therefore they are skilled by nature. They can come in here under the license and also come and work. So I don't want us to conflate the two. What we'll probably do is that we'll do the sponsorship license for businesses, and then we'll look at the skilled workers, where those who have these licenses will be able to know which people they can actually recruit with their licenses.
Okay, good. Thank you very much for clarifying these areas. So you mentioned that we've got different types of licenses, and of course, depending on the type of license, there'll be a cost involved. So can you throw some light into the cost that is involved in making these applications?
Yes, remember I said that we have 2 types. We have the temporary worker license.
That's right.
And then we have those that can be obtained for temporary purposes. Like when we ran out of truck drivers, people who were coming to drive cars. I think that one ended in December. But I think that is for February. And those who were coming for the poultry and pork.
Yes, I saw that. The butcher's one, the meat one, yeah.
Yes, those ones are what they call temporary worker license. Those who also go to the seasonal farms. They go to the farms to help to plug the apples and all those
That's
stuff.
right, the
Yes,
vegetables,
these ones are temporary worker licenses that people can get. And there are special rules regarding how to obtain that because of modern day slavery. But I don't want to bore people by going into details with that one. So you realize that because we have temporary worker and then we have the skilled worker licenses where people can take for long term, they have structured the fee in such a way that it is calculated on yearly basis. So if you want a license for about 5 years, for example, for the skilled worker, then I think it's about 1,820. So that's how much you pay for those. And obviously, if you have this 5 years skilled worker visa and you're paying that amount of money,
that is okay.
Even people who are renewing their visas for 2.5, they are paying 1,000.
A lot, yeah.
And the other thing is that they call the immigration skills charge. That charge is more or less like the NHS charge that people pay, and that's about 536. So you realize that the sponsorship license application, the fees involved are quite less compared to even the family migration applications that we are currently doing, where people pay about 2,600 over. So it's quite cheaper comparatively to these family applications.
Okay, so you said this, the short-term one is how much?
Yes, but when it comes to the fees, the other thing that people also have to take into account is that we have a small business and we have a large or medium business. And the way in which they do the assessment of the business to be able to know whether it's a small business or medium and large business is by looking at your turnover and then your assets. So if your turnover is less than about 10 million, then you are considered as small business. Or if your asset is less than 50 million, then you are considered as small business. So you know that a business like your friend, for example, your friend's business obviously will be a small business.
Of course, yeah.
There are a lot of businesses that their turnover will not even be close to even 5 million. So all these categories of businesses are considered as small businesses. And those who have, there is a difference between the turnover and then the asset. Those who have assets, which is about 50 million or less, they are also small businesses. Okay. So you find out that a lot of these businesses will be small businesses. So these businesses will be, for the scratch charge, for example, they'll be looking at paying about 536.
Okay.
And the large business will pay about £1,000.
All right.
So in whichever way you look at it, the fees is quite low.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
That's good. So that's not very expensive, actually.
Not at all. It's not expensive at all.
Okay. All right. So viewers, if you've just joined us, I'm here with lawyer Thomas Bebenyo from City Law Solicitors. And tonight our topic is employer visa sponsorship license applications, how employers can obtain this sponsorship license from the Home Office. He's taking us through the process, and of course, I believe you are all benefiting from it. Lawyer, if an application is made and let's say it's refused, Home Office did not grant the license, will the money be refunded? Is it refundable?
Yes, that's a very good point that people should take note of, and that's why, in fact, it's quite good that a lot of people make an effort or an attempt to make this application, because yes, the immigration skills charge, for example, is refundable. Let me make a short comparison. When people make applications, for example, they pay NHS surcharge. So the NHS surcharge, for example, if those applications are refused, those fees are refunded, but the actual immigration application fee is not refundable. So the same way, the immigration skills charge is refundable. So, for example, these small businesses that I said that will be looking at about paying about 536, they will have these funds refunded to them. They will have this thing refunded to them. So, what it is, the point here is that those people will not have to will get those money back to them because of is what the communications credit charge, which is refundable.
Okay.
So some of the fees is refundable. But the actual application fee, depending on the whatever application is made. The reason that is a bit confusing, that's why I wanted to separate it and do it slowly, is because when people have got a license and they are making application for these skilled workers to come from Ghana, Nigeria, America, whatever, they will also have to pay this immigration credit charge.
Okay.
And that is the part that if they don't get it, it's refunded.
All right.
So we have a lot of ingredients in there which clearly needs a bit of serenity for assimilation.
That's right. There's a lot of ingredients. Yeah. So thank you very much, lawyer. Thank you. So let's move on to the license, the actual license itself. Is there any rating in the license?
Yes, there is a rating. There is a rating in the sense that when you make those applications, you get a license, you have rate A, for example. People will start from, we have the B rate, and then we have the A rate. The difference is that those with A rate have, obviously, they have earned that credibility.
Okay.
So they have that freedom to be issuing sponsorship certificates without Home Office looking so much into it because they have earned that credibility. But the good point is that when people get a license, I think it's about 1,004, they pay to be on a plan to work towards the rating, which is the A rating. Obviously, people who have issues, they will also receive warnings. And if they are not improved on 2 occasions, then the license could be revoked. So you either work towards your rating, or eventually, if you don't abide by the rules surrounding the license, then you could obviously get your license revoked. And that's why I said to you about the student visa.
Oh, yes.
The sponsor have a duty to make sure that they do this reporting, which is the level 1 user has to be able to make all these reportings. And if they don't, then eventually their licenses would eventually be revoked because of the fact that they are not complying with the licensing conditions. Every license, if you have a driving license, you have conditions.
That's right.
You have SIA license, you have conditions. You have a care quality commission license, you have a condition. So if you don't abide by those licenses, even those in the care sector, they will bear me out that they also work towards ratings. They get their license and they work towards ratings, and those ratings enables them to get contracts with some local authorities. Without those ratings, they might not necessarily get those contracts. So it's about people working towards their rating and get the A rating.
Okay, then.
Rating, yes.
So, I mean, the rating is something that is awarded by Home Office.
That's right, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
Depending on, how compliant you are.
Yes, so you can be on the plan for the rating. So.
Okay. All right, that's good. So, businesses, companies, if owners, employers, if you guys are watching, you can work towards your rating by making sure that you comply with the conditions of the license, as lawyer has elaborated. Thank you very much, lawyer. So, can you throw some light into how these licenses can be revoked? Under what circumstances can they revoke the license?
Good. So, if employers don't comply with the conditions of the license, for example, somebody came to work for the employer, he has left employment, the employer has failed to report that he has left employment. That's one of the main reasons that sometimes they might even revoke a license. And they could, for example, people who have those licenses, remember I said that they should not have criminal record. So if they have a criminal record, then that could also affect their license. But if you take the student visas, for example, which is the one that I want a lot of people to be aware, is the fact that all the university, they also have a license. That's why they are able to bring students from abroad. So, for example, if students don't show up, well, there is no attendance, then they have a duty to report.
Okay.
And you realize that when there was this TF4 and all those systems in place, a lot of the schools' licenses were revoked. It is for those reasons where they were not reporting. So that's why they have that as one user, and they want you to keep record of when their visas are expiring and all those stuff. So it depends. For example, if your business became it became bankrupt, insolvent, then obviously the license will be revoked.
Yeah.
So it could be, there are numerous reasons why the license could be revoked. But the most important one is for people to abide by conditions, especially the reporting conditions about the license. They need to comply.
Okay.
And if they are not compliant, then the license can be revoked.
All right. So, are there any responsibilities for license holders?
Yes, more or less I have already answered this question.
I mean, you've given
the
some
responsibilities is, for example,
to report one of them.
Yes, to report whenever there is a problem. If somebody has changed employment, because remember, if someone came to work for you, once he's here, he's also able to switch to another place. So if he did that, then you have to report that this person is no longer working for us. And obviously, if you don't do it, then they will assume that that person is working for you, and he will be working on your visa, whilst Home Office will consider that to be acting in bad faith.
Okay.
So people need to be sure that once the employees have left employment or they are no longer working for them, they report. Then once you have reported it, then Home Office will be the one to take action on the person's visa.
All right.
You understand?
Is that the only responsibility, or are there any other things that?
It's mainly to do with that. It's mainly to do with you.
To report
of activity, and then also keep record of when people's visas are expiring and when they are due for renewal and all that. So they want those systems to be in place.
Okay. Is that the reason why sometimes, in some employment, the HR will be sending you notification to let you know that
that's right.
You've got 6 months more remaining or something like that. You need to renew your visa.
Yes, there are two reasons. The first reason is to do with the sponsorship license aspect of it. But remember that there is also a law in place when somebody recruits somebody who is knowingly recruits somebody who is working illegally, then they could be fined for about 10,000. So that's why these employers, they always chase up to be sure that that person's visa, if it has expired, what is he doing about it? And again, there is this paragraph 3C, right, where some of our clients, for example, if their application are pending, employers, for the same reason as we have just pointed out, they will be chasing them up. And then we have to write a letter to explain to them, look, once the application is pending, they have paragraph 3C, right, which automatically renews their visa until such time that decisions have been made on their applications.
All right. Thank you very much, Lawyer Thomas Bebenyo from City Law Solicitors. Thank you. Tonight we're learning a lot. We're actually learning a lot. So viewers, please make sure you take note, and of course, make sure you let your friends and family know what to look for. So let me acknowledge some of my Facebook viewers, and of course, people that are watching us on YouTube and listening to the program on our radio channel. So Fred Asari says, keep on educating us. We are proud of this. We are proud of, this is Edmond Kwao. Thank you very much. Thank you, Edmond. Papa Kojobuate, DJ Papa says, intact. You guys are amazing. Thanks very much for your wonderful contributions to our community. Thank you very much, DJ Papa, for sharing and for watching this program as well. Thank you very much. Kwabna Siao. Kwabna Siao says, well done, City Law Solicitors. God bless you. Thank you very much, Kwabna. God bless you too. Peace. Beke is watching. Peace is watching. Rhoda Amache. Rhoda says, may the good Lord bless you all, City Law Solicitors. Please keep doing the needful good work. It's been amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you. Enoch Ajay is watching. Karen Asari Smith is watching. Nana Akins. Very good program. Keep up the good work. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Nana. Thank you very much, Nana Akins. That's my main man, Isaac. You remember Isaac?
Yeah.
Yes.
I do.
Yes. Well, Isaac, your schoolmate, isn't it? Your colleague. Thank you. Isaac is my work colleague as well. He's a qualified probation officer.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Ike. Jenna Edusei is watching. Jenna is watching. Julia Diva. Julia says, nice. Eric Nyako. Sorry, lawyer, I'm late. Watching you live now. Never late. Eric, you can always preview this program. So make sure you watch it. But then don't worry, lawyer will give a summary after, towards the end of it. He will definitely give a summary. So don't worry. We will summarize everything. Abena Adofwa. Abena says, thanks for the insight. Very grateful. Thank you very much, Abena. So you see, when people patronize in this program and start giving comments, and this is the motivation that we need. And of course, that will keep us growing. So please make sure you share this program and you get others on board to benefit from this as well. I'm here with Lawyer Thomas Bebenyo, and the questions are amazing. Lawyer has taken his time to explain almost everything that we asked him. So I'm going to ask another question, and that is in regards to the certificate, lawyer. Is about the cost of the certificate of sponsorship.
Yes, I think I have.
The cost. You've already given an insight into that, and you've explored how obviously it will. But then, if let's say somebody is kind of making that application, hopefully in Ghana, if the company has already obtained that and has given the application or has given it to someone he's employing, the person in Ghana or in Nigeria, is that person liable to pay anything as well? That is what I mean, the cost of that.
Yes, that is the one that I said that is 536.
Okay.
Yeah, it's 536, yes.
Okay. And the person making the application here from Home Office, how much is that?
Well, we have the small business and then the large business.
Okay.
So, for example, a license for about 5 years, a year is about 364, so it's about 1,820.
Oh, okay.
For the 5 years.
All right.
So, and then the skills charge also comes in.
All right.
So that's why they have the temporary worker license and then the other licenses as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thank you very much for clarifying that, because I just wanted to know those making the application here.
Yeah, but
and then
whichever
the
way
beneficiaries.
Yeah, but the point is that whether the person is making application here or abroad, the fee is say the same.
Okay.
Yeah, the fee is say the same.
All right. Thank you very much. So viewers, we're going to go for a short commercial break. And when we come back, I'll give you guys the opportunity to ask questions. It's not going to take long, maybe about a minute or two. So please prepare your questions. And if you can't call us on the studio line, which the number will be at the bottom of the screen. If you look at the screen, the number will be there. So please call us. And then after the break, if for some reasons you can't call us, then of course you can send it by text and I'll be able to read for lawyer to answer. So please stay tuned, don't go away. I'll be right back. And of course, the program is still live. Thank you very much. My name is MC Chaka and I'm here with lawyer Thomas Bebenyo. We'll be right back. We're having a bit of technical issues, so we're gonna continue.
I think I need to support you.
Okay, lawyer, you are the technical
I think I
man.
need to support you.
Yeah, try and log it back on again and see. Let's go. Boom. All right, welcome back. If you've just joined us, we are discussing employer visa sponsorship license application and how this can be made with the Home Office. A lot of companies are recruiting because of the shortage of staff and obviously what lawyer explained earlier on. So this is an opportunity for people to get work permit to remain in the UK. So please make sure that you share for others to benefit. And of course, we can preview this program. If you visit Lawyer Thomas Bebenyo page on Facebook, you'll be able to get it. It's on YouTube as well, Solicitor Thomas Bebenyo. So please make sure you can preview it, and of course, it will benefit you. All the programs that we've been doing, they are on YouTube. And of course, once you have the link on Facebook, Solicitor Thomas Bebenyo, you can of course enjoy and preview as well. So thank you very much for sharing and of course making others benefit from this. So we're going to open the phone lines. It's time to take questions. People have got a lot of questions. People have been sending me questions. Chaka, can you ask lawyer this? I want you to ask it today. So please make sure you call the studio line. But of course, if you're in Ghana and you can't call, you can drop a comment and at the comment section, and I'll be able to read that for you. The studio line is 079 3293 4518. I repeat, 079 3293 4518. And the other one is 0744 033 8623. I'm doing it just like the pastors, how they normally give the numbers out when when they are in radio stations, the pastors, you know. So it's 0744 033 8623. So please call us, and you can pose any question. It shouldn't necessarily relate to the topic we've discussed today. Any question of your interest, you can contact us. And then it's on the screen as well. So please, once you see that, you can call. And lawyer is here. He's ready and he'll be able to answer your questions. So please make sure you call. I think someone is calling. Our first caller is. Put your speaker.
Yeah, hello.
Hello. You're welcome to City Media. My name is MC Chaka. Who am I speaking to?
This is Abna.
Abna.
Yes, I want to ask a lawyer question.
Okay then. Abna, before then, may I know where you're calling from?
I'm calling you from Manchester now.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is good. Manchester.
Yes.
Go on with your question, please.
Right. I'm currently on a business visit here, and I want to find out about this businesses here. Really, do we back home who have businesses have a chance of registering our businesses here as well? And then if it happens this way, do we stand a chance of getting this sponsor license number you're talking about? I run a recruitment agency back home in Ghana. We've been in operation for about 10 years. So I was looking at, I come and go all the time, but is it possible to have my business registered here and then also benefit from this sponsorship number you're talking about?
Yes, the answer is yes. You can have a subsidiary registered in the UK. That is what we call intra-company transfer, which allows you to transfer some of your employees from Ghana to come and work in your subsidiary company in the UK. So there are two ways you can go about this. It's either you set up a company here in the UK, and then you, for whatever reason, you should be able to apply for the license. Or the easiest way, because you already have established business in Ghana, you can have a subsidiary here, registered here, and then you be embarking on what they call intra-company transfer, which is another way of, if you get a license, that means you can be able to transfer your employees from Ghana to your subsidiary in the UK, so that they'll be able to work here legitimately, legally.
Okay, so after the program, could we still call you on this number or your personal number to get further clarification?
Yes, my number, if you are watching us on the screen, the office details, my number, and then this is on the screen, the moving graphic. But I'm sure that my number will be put out there for you, so if you want to write it down, you can.
Okay. Abna, grab a pen and paper and then take this number down. That's the office number.
Right, I'm ready.
Okay, 020 33
Okay.
55 07 82.
82. Okay.
Yeah, that's the office number. The office is in London, Unit 113, Barking Enterprise. So if you call this office number and you need to come to the office, you'll be given directions to come and see a lawyer. Okay. But then, thank you very much for calling. Your question was really, really helpful. Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you for always educating us. We are grateful.
We appreciate that. Thank you. You have a nice evening.
You too, sir. Thank you.
Bye. Okay then, viewers, and listeners, the phone lines are open now. We've had our first caller. The number is on the screen. I've already given it out. Please make sure you call, and your questions will be answered. Whilst we wait for people to call, lawyer, I've got a quick question for you. Oh yes.
Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good evening. This is MC Chaka, City Media. Who am I speaking to and where are you calling from?
You're speaking to Amasafua, and I'm calling from Hornchurch.
Oh, Amasafua. Okay, then, Ama, let's hear from you.
I just want to praise City Law Solicitors, Thomas and the crew. They've been helpful for me and my children. My children are back home in Ghana. They are 3. And it seems like the issue was very, very, very tough. The first time, I will tell everybody now that if you got any application to do concerning your children coming to UK, or you want to update anything concerning immigration case, I will advise everybody from now that if I said I would say, continue to say something, that it will be maybe tomorrow that we will finish, because the case was very, very tough. And can you imagine a mother, you've been alone, lonely in UK, and you want your children to join you, and the children are not even 23 or 22 or under, they are listening, and you wanted them to come. I did it on my own first time when I was in Ghana, and they sent it to them, and then nothing happened. They refused us. And the second one, they didn't know if refuse it, but it was like every time they will postpone it. The Home Office will not come, and then the judge will be there, and my barrister will be there. And the second one, the same thing. And the third one, the barrister even did not turn up, and my lawyer turned up. And that was a very, very great to me. And now today, when lawyer called me, I was out because I've been praying and I can't even eat properly. I can't sleep. It was a sleepless night for me. It's a very nightmare. I can't even do nothing for myself, because every time I've been troubling lawyer, please pick your phone. And he said, and whenever he pick it, lawyers, they are always having clients upon clients. Or he will say, oh, Rhoda, I have somebody, and if I finish, I'll call. As soon as he finished and called me, I will be like, how do you think the case will be? I was so scared. And I've been doing. I have all the documents that the lawyer said I should bring. I did, and everything is there. But how is it gonna work for me? Because it's my case. Even my case, the Home Office machine did not even take it because it's too much. It's about 200 and something, getting to 300, and it's supposed not to be like that. Every time they will send it to them by email or fax. The machine even don't pick all of it. So I would say thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. What God can do. That's not you see, it's amazing. And lawyer have had a good patient on me. I've been troubling him with calls, with text message, a whole lot. And his crew in the office, I've been going them, bothering them all the time. And my package was my bundle that they sent to them is like, oh, I can't say much. God bless them, give them strength. The work is not easy. You'll be thinking that, oh, my lawyer is a happy life. And to say a Gianna said, you just stop and say, baby. It take a long time. I started 2019. Wow. And 2020 was 2020 was it COVID thing? Mm-hmm. And 2021, it keep on bouncing and bouncing. When I'm there in the court, my Home Office people will not come. Oh. If they turn off, their bundle is not there. So I encourage everybody that if your case is with Lawyer Thomas and the crew, please have patience. That's right. Have patient. And don't worry, your own is to work because it's a case that you'll be throwing money like you. That's right. If you are dishing up, you know how you can dish up. But this one is more than that. You'll be throwing it like, you see how our rubbish is every time it's full of, and you bring it outside your door. That right. Is how it is. Wow. That is how exactly it is. And I've spent a lot. God bless Thomas and the crew. Give them strength, give them wisdom, especially wisdom and knowledge for them to, package everybody case, and everybody that you have a case with Lawyer Thomas and the crew, the solicitor group, you surely win. That's all I can say. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Abna. Thank you.
Even though if they refuse it, continue to apply. You get it.
Well done. Thank you very much for this testimony. It means a lot to the firm, and to everyone.
Thank you.
So thank you.
You're always welcome. You're always welcome.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. MC Chaka.
Say, lawyer.
Yes. This case is very complex and complicated.
Wow.
And all thanks to CITI, and the crew, as you have just said.
Oh, great. I mean, you've got a very solid team. That's one thing I know. And of course, you guys work collaboratively as well.
Yes.
So
the point is that when she made the application, I always advise clients that this immigration, people think is very, very simple, but it's very complicated. So he made application, there were a whole lot of issues, and then he approached us. As he had just said, the first day, I normally go to the tribunal, but the first day when the case was listed for hearing, I had a permanent tribunal hearing.
Okay.
So we took a barrister, and then the case, Home Office lawyer didn't turn up. Her bundle is at level of files. It was very complicated. Some of the children, as he has said, they are 22 to 23. The Home Office even said that when the application was made, the child was more than 18. So we have to deal with the age aspect of it. We have to deal with the fact that they say he doesn't have sole responsibility of the children. And these are 3 children that they are almost adult children now. So you can imagine.
Oh, wow.
Some clients don't, I'm very grateful to, some clients don't come and testify on the platform. There's one client just last month, a child of 22 years. I also won the case. Most times, as you said, we work as a team.
That's good.
And then sometimes we also go to the tribunal. And remember I told you about the woman who was reported in the Mirror,
oh, yes,
the Metro.
Yes.
City law is just because of social media, people are becoming aware. This woman was arrested, she was convicted while she was having her wedding, and then she was sentenced for 6 months imprisonment. And it's in the Metro. I can show you now. In the Mirror, it's all over the place. Yeah. And by the time this woman served her sentence, we have won her case in the immigration tribunal.
That's right.
So when she came out and she was about to be deported, I said, no, you are not going anywhere. Your paper has been processed to us.
Passport is ready.
Sometimes people don't come and give this, but I'm grateful to her for giving this.
Thank you very much, Rhoda, anyway, for this wonderful testimony.
To know that City Law Solicitors, we are there to work for the best interest of our clients.
That's right. So viewers and listeners, this is a very good testimony coming from a happy client. And if you want to be happy, if you want to be successful, if you really want to achieve the best outcome, then don't look further. You need to channel all your legal matters to City Law Solicitors. And City Law Solicitors are specialized in immigration law, employment law, family law, personal injuries and clinical negligence, commercial disputes and civil litigations, housing law, consumer law, media and entertainment law. So make sure you visit them. Their office is located at Unit 113, Barking Enterprise Center, 50 Cambridge Road, Barking, SS IG 11 8FG. Make sure you call them. The office number is 020 33 55 0782. Please call them, and of course they will be there to help you. Lawyer and his learned, able colleagues are always there to provide the best outcome for you. So make sure you contact them for all your legal matters. They'll be there to support you. Thank you very much, lawyer. Lawyer, I've got a friend in Ghana. His case is quite similar to what Auntie Rhoda just spoke about. With him, his wife is in this country, and the wife made an application to bring him over to this country. It was refused because they said the wife was not paying taxes or whatever. But then it went to tribunal, and I think they had a barrister, and Home Office didn't show up a couple of times, so they won the case. But his worry is that I think there's order for them to issue him the visa. He submitted his passport. When such decisions are made and by the court for Home Office to obviously issue the visa or grant the application, how long does it normally take for them to do that? Because it seems they're playing games with him. They've asked him to do the tuberculosis again. He's done it, and it's taking forever. So he wanted to find out, in that situation, how long would that take?
Yes, obviously, because of this COVID, the time scale has changed slightly. But what he can be doing consistently is to be sending correspondence reminders to the appeal casework team.
Okay.
Because they are the one that will be implementing the decision at that stage.
Okay.
And in any event, if after subsequent reminders and decision is not forthcoming, she could also rely on what they call pre-action protocol, which means that she will be making a letter before claim that if Home Office doesn't issue the visa and cause this unreasonable delay, then she will be taking them for judicial review. And normally when that threat is made, obviously they will try some of the, because it's a big organization.
Yeah.
This time they are working from home. So but once the legal team picks it up, I'm sure that they will implement this decision, because that has cost implications. If they go for judicial review, then Home Office is more likely to pay the legal cost and all that.
Okay.
So she shouldn't give up.
Because he said they gave a date that on this day the date elapsed, nothing was heard, so they chased it up, and then they give another date. They asked for him to do the tuberculosis test again. He's done it, but yes, still nothing has come. To light. So he just wanted to find out. But anyway, thank you very much for.
He has to keep in touch with the appeal team, which is responsible for implementing the decision at that stage. Sometimes, like this case, for example, the last case we did, I think within 3 weeks, our client was asked to present the passport for the visa.
Okay.
So it depends. Sometimes Home Office, they sleep, so you have to wake them up.
Wake them up, exactly. You have to. Yes, he said, thank you very much, lawyer. So lawyer, we're still waiting for people to call. Viewers, callers, listeners, please make sure you call if you've got any question. If you want to put your question here, I'll be able to read that for you as well. Whilst we're waiting, lawyer, under 2 minutes, can you give a summary of what we've discussed today, the employer visa sponsorship license application? Please give a quick summary under 2 minutes, please. Thank you.
Good. Yes. Thank you all once again for this privilege to have this interaction with you every Thursday, Tuesday. Tonight we'll be looking at employer visa sponsorship license applications. And I'm sure that we might not have been able to cover everything, to answer all the questions people have in their minds. At some stage, we'll do the skilled worker aspect of it so that the two can complement each other. But tonight we'll look specifically at the businesses who are in the position to make application to get sponsorship licenses so that they can sponsor people from abroad or even in this country, wherein people can switch from student visa, for example, to the skilled worker route. And currently, they have added the healthcare workers to the shortage occupation list. So people can get this license, recruit from Ghana, Nigeria, globally, even America, anywhere, any part of the world. And I said that if I'm a pastor, perhaps I will say I'm prophesying.
Prophesy.
But I'm not giving prophecy here. But what I'm saying is based on fact. The Office of National Statistics has made it clear that we are entering into an aging population, and as early as 2025, the death rate is going to be more than the birth rate, and a lot of aging population are dropping out from the workforce. So UK economy is going to be dependent on migration. And I also give an example from the same Office of National Statistics data that the last quarter, which is 3 months, September to December, there were vacancies of about 1,247,000, which were not fulfilled at all. They were not filled. That shortage is still there, that people the employers have not been able to recruit workers to fill those positions. And interestingly, 250,000 is to do with the healthcare sector, which is all these care workers. So we are entering into a territory where people should position themselves. And I know that most of friends and family who are Ghanaians and Nigerians, mainly Africans, will do all this care work, or we do a lot of work in the healthcare sector. This is an opportunity for people to get those licenses so that they will be able to sponsor people who are looking for a job. And now the opportunity is that they can recruit globally, because we are no longer in the European Union. Therefore, in the past, they would have just migrated free movement of European nationals and their family members to come here and exercise duty right. That has come to an end. So I want to entreat people that they should take note of this and position themselves to take advantage of all the benefits that comes with the sponsorship licenses. So that is my message to you, all of our viewers tonight.
Thank you very much, Lawyer Thomas Benyo from City Law Solicitors. Thank you. We say thank you for the insight, for the good information and the education that you've given us. So viewers, this is where we draw the curtain. I know you've benefited a lot from this. We say thank you to Lawyer. And before I go, let me read the last comments and acknowledge people that have just joined us. So if for some reasons I've not mentioned your name, please forgive me. Commander Lezis, Commander is watching from US. Thank you very much, Commander, for checking it out. Okay. Dura Frimpong, thank you, Thomas. Gabriel Banako, good evening, Lawyer. We appreciate. Tanko Abdul Razak, welcome back, MC Chaka and Lawyer. Michael Alta, keep it up. Asante Kofi, that is my main inspector, Inspector PPU. I like your program. Kofi Asante, watching live in Sunyane. Kofi, thank you very much. Karen says, nice topic. Nana Ajimai, free legal education. Nana, this is entirely free. So please make sure you benefit and share for others to enjoy. And then Ras Pope says, can you ask my question, please? Oh, I do apologize. Ras Pope, what is your question? I'm sorry if this has skipped me, but then I can't really see your question. So Ras Pope, if you want to throw your question, if you want to put your question, I'll be able to ask for you under 1 minute. Nana Ajimai says, how can you get the sponsorship increase if you are in Ghana? How can you get the sponsorship license, rather, if you are in Ghana? I hope...
I think that's
okay. Yeah, this question has already been answered anyway.
There's somebody who has asked, he said, ask my question, please.
Yeah, that's a Ras. I've been searching for the question, but I can't see.
He said you have 2.5 years with no recourse to public funds. Is there any way you can get 5-year public funds? Okay.
Oh, okay.
Raspop, and then he has repeated, can you ask my question, please?
Yes, I've seen that. I didn't get the question earlier.
Yes, I'm taking note of your question. I'm going to answer it now, okay? Yes. I imagine that being on a 2.5 visa, possibly you didn't give my details, but possibly you would have been either a parent of a British child or a child who is under 18 who has been in this country for 7 years or more, or you are either a partner of somebody who has children, or maybe you are even on a spouse visa, which is 5 years. But you will say 5-year route. So we have two categories of routes. We have 10-year route to indefinite leave to remain, and then we have the 5-year route. Especially for spouse, this 5-year route, and you have to meet financial requirements. So your question you asked about 5 years. Yes, I'm going to answer these two questions. I'm going to answer the question in two ways because your question is not clear, but I'm just trying to put myself in your shoes. Yes, if you are on a 5-year route, for example, a spouse visa or parent route, 5-year route, which is a father of a British child or a mother of a British child, or a child under 18 years, who is 7 years in this country. And you want to switch from the 5, you want to get public fund. That will be dependent on your circumstances, financial circumstances. So if you can demonstrate that your financial circumstances is like that your expenditure outweighs your income, or whether you have sufficient income but you cannot have sufficient accommodation, or whether you are at risk of becoming homeless. All these areas that I've mentioned allows you to apply for change of circumstances and then get what you call public fund. So you'll be migrated from no recourse to public fund to public fund. But because you mentioned 5 years there, once you switch to no recourse to public fund to recourse to public fund, then you're going to migrate from the 5-year route to 10-year route. So Raz, I want you to take note. I don't know whether I've answered your question. So you'll be able to switch to get public fund depending on your financial circumstances. But once you switch from no recourse public fund to public fund, if you're on 5-year route, you're going to be on 10-year route.
Lawyer, so he added another top up. He says he's a father of a British child. So that is
Yes.
the route that he is on.
Yes. So if you're a father of a British child, some of the people who are watching us now, we did fee waiver for a father of a British child, and then he's got a fee waiver. If you're a father of a British child, you can also have, we have done most of these applications in the past for fathers of British child to get recourse to public fund. Sometimes people are of this erroneous impression that if you're a father, then you cannot get recourse to public fund. That is only mothers who can do it. Whereas you are entitled to make application for change of circumstance as a father of a British child to get recourse to public fund. But as I've said, you need to show that you have financial circumstances that you require that recourse to public fund. And one, it could be either your expenditure is more than your income, or two, you have sufficient income, but you don't have accommodation, you can't pay for your accommodation, or three, you are at risk of being made homeless, and therefore you require recourse to public funds so that you can accept housing from your local authority. So therefore, you are able to do that. But if once you shift, if you are currently on 5-year route to indefinite leave to remain, once you start to access public funds, you'll be on a 10-year route.
All right. I hope, Russ, your question has been answered, please. Thank you very much. So Nana Ajimai also came with a question. I think it's partially answered, but then if you want to throw some light into that, how can you get the sponsorship license if you are in Ghana?
Yes, if you are in Ghana, obviously, as I've said, the sponsorship license is for businesses in this country who want to recruit staff to work for them. And I've said that they can either recruit a staff from abroad or from the UK. So if somebody have a student visa who is on limited hours of work, which is 20 hours per week, you can switch and then you be able to be on a 5-year route. But as I've already answered one of the questions from one of the viewers, if you are in Ghana and you want to have a license, then you must have a subsidiary in the UK. Then you can have what they call intra-company transfer. So you'll be able to shift your staff in Ghana to the UK to be able to work in your subsidiary in the UK on the sole basis that you have the subsidiary here, which is registered in the UK. So I think that answers your question.
Yeah, I hope so too. Lawyer, quick one. You know, people in Ghana, how do they look or how do they search for these companies that have got license? Is there any link? Because nowadays there are so many. I think it's scam. I think it's
Scams,
going
yes,
around.
yes,
People
yes.
sending messages that we are recruiting.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Care. You know what I mean? Care workers.
Yeah.
We are recruiting whatever. A lot of them are scam anyway.
Yeah.
So is there any legitimate from the government website or any other route that people can access to
Yes.
make an application to these organizations that have obtained licenses?
Yes. Yes, it's quite a good observation. I've seen a lot of them, and that's why we are doing this program, so that people will be aware that it's not every business or organization that can recruit or employ people from abroad. So first thing people should look out for, if somebody says that he's recruiting from abroad, he has a business name. If you go to the Home Office website or YouGov, the government website, you will see the list of all the businesses. It's very transparent, all the businesses that have licenses.
Okay.
So you see that list there. So if that organization or that business is not in the list, don't waste your time. Even if you are working in the UK and that person has promised you that, he will assist you to get a skilled workers visa. One, if you don't have leave to remain, you can't do the application here. Two, if that business doesn't have that sponsorship license, they can't help you. So people should be mindful. I know that a lot of people have suddenly gone into the care sector because they think that they will be able to automatically get their visa renewed. It's not like that. The business needs to have a license. And that's why we are doing this program. If you don't have a lawyer and you need a lawyer to assist your business, or if you're working for the firm, some of these businesses, the employers, they don't even know that these opportunities are there. So you can tell them that they will contact us, or if they have a lawyer, that lawyer will assist them to apply for a sponsorship license. And then from that point, they will be able to assist.
Okay. Thank you very much, lawyer. I've got last question, and after that, I think we've gone beyond the time. So I'm quite conscious with the time. From Mame Akosia Yeboah, she says, do we need to pay NHS fees when you want to do application for a child who is under 18?
Yes. Mame Sawa, the good news is that to do application for a child who is under 18, I presume the child has been here for 7 years or more, and you want to make application for that child. That is a private life application, and it falls under Article 8. So it falls under the category of a fee waiver application. So if you as a parent cannot pay, then of course you are entitled to do application for a fee waiver, and that gives you that waives off the NHS surcharge and then the Home Office fees. So you have not just the NHS surcharge that will be waived off, you also have the Home Office fees waived off. So those applications, and let me just reiterate it here, those who are making application under the 20-year rule, who have been here for 20 years, they are entitled to a fee waiver. Those who are making applications as parents of British children, they are entitled to fee waivers. Those who are children who are under 18 and have been here for 7 years and are making application, they are entitled to fee waivers. When you come to us, the first thing we do is to make assessment of your income. And if you're entitled to a fee waiver, we'll do that a fee waiver for you as a first point of call. The point is that once you make the fee waiver application, it is part of the renewal of your application process. Therefore, it forms part of your paragraph 3C right. So even when your visa expires, whilst your fee waiver application is pending, you are still entitled to work and accept offers of employment. So your employer cannot kick you out. So people should take advantage and make those fee waiver applications if they don't have the means to renew their visas. Some people, because they can't pay, they allow their visas to expire. Some people are entitled to make these applications because they have now qualified to make it. And because they don't have money, they are not making attempt to make these applications. We are inviting all of you who are out there who cannot afford to pay, that there is a fee waiver applications that you are entitled to.
Thank you very much, lawyer. I can testify. I've referred a lot of people to him that he's been able to help them with this fee waiver application, and that is really good for you because it saves you money. You can use that money to pay for your legal cost. So it's something you all need to look into that. And of course, if you meet a very reputable firm like CITI Law, they will be to guide you and make all these applications for you to make sure that you get a successful outcome or you save money on top of that as well. Well, viewers, this is where we will draw the curtain. Thank you very much. I know we've taken a lot of your time, but then of course it was very needful for all these questions that were coming. So thank you for your time and everything. Next week, lawyer will be here again with the Tree version on Tuesday, another interesting topic. And then on Thursday, we will do the English version. So please make sure that you share the link as soon as you receive it and then join us, obviously, to educate ourselves. Our City Media Radio is ongoing with very good music, obviously, to revive you. So please make sure you tune in, you continue to listen to the music that I've uploaded into the radio for you to enjoy and relax with it. Until then, I will say thank you very much. It's been an incredible program tonight, and we've really enjoyed. So thank you and have a pleasant evening. Thank you.